Hello lovely people of the world, my name is here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Tomb Raider Underworld. In the previous episode, we defeated the Kraken in Niflheim, and today's episode, we'll be looking towards trying to find a way to get into the Thor statue in the Norse connection. And I'm trying to stay positive right now because this is my third take trying to record this stupid video. This is so horrible. But anyway, what we can do now is we can move these blocks around and press the RB button to throw them. Ooh, pressing buttons does stuff in video games. Who would have thought? Alright, I'm going to try to throw this rock on the pressure plate to see if it works. Alright, that one stayed on. Come on, let's be unnecessarily epic. Unnecessarily epic. And touchdown! Yay! Alright then, use the grappling hook and go around the block because unlike previous games, this will not break your grappling hook, so it's pretty cool. I really do appreciate this change. It offers a lot of, it opens the doors for a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics that we'll see a little bit later in the Let's Play.
Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, was powerful enough to level mountains. But how does all this relate to Avalon?
Put your hands on your head. Turn around. Slowly.
I don't suppose you'd be open to bribery, would you?
Amanda Everett sends her regards.
Bloody hell.
Alright, before we move on, I just want to say, I want to admire this room real quick because this looks really cool. Like, you have all these serpents right here, you have the statue of Thor right there, and it all just looks really beautiful. This room is really awesome. But I do have a couple problems with that cutscene right there. One, Laura's a freaking archaeologist, and she know how to pick up a glove without breaking it or whatever. And my other problem is those henchmen are like the dumbest henchmen ever because they didn't take any of Laura's weapons when they knocked her out. That's like Henchman Studies 101 or something like that. But anyway, moving back to what we were doing a moment ago, at least for me because it's my third time trying to record this video, not necessarily for you. We go over here and thank goodness that bomb only destroyed this rock right here so we can conveniently get out of this place. I believe if you were to use your, what's it called? The sonar map, I believe if you were to use that, that would have been like your hint towards the fact that you'd eventually have to climb to that area at some point. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. What is not interesting, however, is this stupid artifact over here. This is the reason I've had to record this stupid video 3 times. Can I please destroy the jar? Okay, you know what? Kicking is not good enough punishment for you. Ha. So, next thing we're going to do, we're going to climb up this column over here. And we can climb over here. Yay, we're climbing in a Tomb Raider game. Who would have thought? Alright then. So, I'll go more in detail about why it took me 3 recording sessions to try to record this one video. But, yeah. It's not a pleasant story. And it's probably better like a better cautionary tale than anything for you guys, so you better appreciate the fact that I had to actually learn from my experiences. Grumble, grumble. Alright then. Moving on to a happier topic, this area is really pretty. I'm not just saying that because my waifu is on screen. Alrighty then, so the next area we're going to be going towards, I want to double check to make sure that we have no rewards. Yes, we do. Alright, so the next 3 rewards we're going to be getting are all located up here, and notice that I said 3, because we're going to be collecting our first relic pretty soon. So, the relics are a bit more rare to find than the other rewards that we've been finding throughout this game. They work very similar to Tomb Raider Anniversary, where there's pretty much only 1 per region. I think they're maybe a little bit more rare in this game. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But what we want to do is climb over here towards this conveniently placed pole. Very convenient. Also, I really love how Laura's animations flow more naturally in this game than they do in previous games. It's all really awesome. That's probably not proper grammar, but whatever. And the final reward we'll be collecting in the first major location in Tomb Raider Underworld is right over here. And our first relic is just a little bit further away. Wow. You saw nothing. Alright, so what we want to do is actually properly do that jump and go over here for our first relic. Kinda bothers me that the relics have a bit more of a generic design in this game compared to other Tomb Raider games, or more specifically Tomb Raider Anniversary, but it's not a major complaint. So we're going to be backtracking a little bit to go back over here, and something that we're going to be seeing quite often throughout Tomb Raider Underworld is we're going to be doing a lot of backtracking compared to the other Tomb Raider games we've seen during this project. A lot of the backtracking that we are going to see, like what we just saw right there, isn't necessarily bad, because we're seeing those same rooms from different perspectives. But then we go back over here to a place that we've seen already, and it's all like, couldn't this area just be like a cutscene because we've already seen this area before? But if you missed any rewards from the previous levels, you probably do have another chance to go grab them here, so I guess that's probably why they did that. But at the same time, if you miss any of those rewards on this higher ledge, you cannot go back and get them ever until you beat the game, and we'll explain why towards the end of the Let's Play. But you can't immediately go back for them because the Thor statue room is blocked off because the explosion destroyed those boulders, or caused those boulders to fall down rather. So, yeah, it's not really that pleasant of an experience. I'm not a fan of it, mostly because of the fact that it's the very reason I had to record this video like 3 times. I am an idiot. The pathway is right over here, and I knew that, but I also kept thinking that the exit was underwater, because I'm stupid. Alright, so next area we're going to be going towards is over here. So, yay, more backtracking. Yeah, that's kind of like my biggest problem with Tomb Raider Underworld, is that there's a lot more backtracking in this game than you'd expect from a Tomb Raider game. Because Tomb Raider games up until this point were a bit more linear than usual, and they didn't really have a whole lot of backtracking in them. Tomb Raider 2013, to a certain degree, has that a little bit, where you do backtrack to previous locations, but at the same time, it's not like you have to see the same thing over and over again. Swim faster. I'm pressing the LB button. That's what it does. Swim faster. Why isn't... Oh God. I really don't like that. Sometimes this will swim faster when you're holding the LB button, but other times you won't, and it drives me crazy. But anyway, now we're back over towards the boat. And, fun little detail. The boat from Tomb Raider Anniversary that we stole from Natla, this is the exact same boat. So, hooray for continuity.
Niflheim, World of Mist. One of the 9 worlds of Norse mythology, linked by Yggdrasil, the World Tree. While it seems unclear that Niflheim is an underworld metaphor, original sources are contradictory as to whether it is distinct from Helheim, where those who did not go gloriously in battle go after death. Thor is the god of thunder in Norse mythology, and is most known for his mighty weapon, Mjolnir, variously described as a battle axe, a mace, a warhammer, though most commonly depicted as the latter. Among other powers, it could supposedly channel lightning against Thor's foes. Just as the legend of Excalibur was a myth built up around an ancient artifact of great power, the myth of Thor's hammer might be a disoriented description of a real ancient weapon. It is said that Thor could wield Mjolnir by wearing a special pair of iron gauntlets. The gauntlet I discovered in Niflheim could very well be the source of the myth. Most of the gauntlet itself crumbled to the touch, but the carved knot of stone and metal in its center was undamaged by age. It extended metal tendrils and conformed to the dimensions of my hand perfectly. Clearly, this is the ancient source of power of the artifacts, and the rest of the gauntlet was added separately later.